What's up, TLD family? So right now you got myself and Joe, but Walsh is in the background. He's dealing with some home stuff real quick. They are still at SHOT Show, so he's on the phone real quick, and he should be jumping in. He'll tell us a little bit about how their visit's going out there. It seems to be going pretty good, judging by the videos that we've seen so far. I know I told them that I was geeking out the whole time watching their little snippets, and so we're kind of excited. They're already planning, for next year's SHOT Show. So we'll see what happens and see if we can all go. There he is.
Oh, he's
sorry.
back already.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, hey, before they come in and steal all the thunder, Cody, let's talk about what we saw in the video that we liked without their input. Go away, Walls. Nobody wants to hear about your SHOT Show.
I'll come back at an opportune moment.
Yeah.
No, you're good. Definitely. I think that jacket right off the bat for me, because I'm appendix carry all day.
Yeah.
I couldn't really tell if it was a pullover or not. I kind of assume it is, but that's my jam. Like, I like pullover, quarter zip type of jackets or hoodies and stuff like that. So I don't know. If depending on where the price range is on that, I might be interested in that. I know I was looking at, I forget, and Walsh isn't probably listening to it, but I think it was Defense Mechanisms, right? The jacket he did the video for before SHOT Show.
Yeah, before SHOT Show. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was looking at that, and they have a pullover one that I really liked, but I'll wait and see from that other company.
Dude,
I really
being able to draw from inside your pocket, right, and cant it,
now.
Yeah, you could get a shot off. You're gonna probably have to slap rack when you actually draw out, but you can get a shot off from in there.
I carry hot.
Yeah, no, I mean because it's inside your clothing, your gun cycling probably not gonna happen, right? So
yeah, maybe
you're probably gonna get one bang, and then you're gonna have to pull it out and go through your immediate action real quick, and then be back on target. But
I could see pluses and minuses with that jacket. For a civilian, like everyday Cody walking around, that's a cool jacket. If I was law enforcement, I'd be a little leery. I mean, obviously you want to see people's hands, but that's a fast jacket. That's a fast draw out of concealment.
Oh yeah, that's definitely showing you the reaction time, right? You're not gonna get your gun out of the holster by the time somebody is aimed in on you.
Can I go back now?
Yeah, you can come back.
Yeah.
Well, Joe didn't say yet what his favorite was.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. I'm like you, Cody. I'm kind of geeking out. I really do like that red dot mount because full disclosure, I bought some 45-degree mounts to try to do some weird stuff just out of fun. And I couldn't get my red dot to sit on it because then it was hitting the Blackhound scope. And then I finally got it to where it would actually mount, but then the windage knob was kind of in the way. You could see it, but it was just a pain. So I kind of like the red dot mounts that they have going on. Yeah, dude, everything that they were showing, I'm ooh, man, I want that, or ooh, I want to try that. Ooh, another flashlight. I don't need a flashlight, but there's another flashlight with a little doodad on the back of it. It looks like one of those that candy gumdrops.
Yeah,
it looks like a gumdrop
stuck in your teeth.
Yeah, It looks a lot like that when you see it in person too.
Yeah.
So was that all Valhalla tactical or?
Yes. So what's interesting? Yeah. So all that stuff is we didn't even know them. HRT actually hooked us up with them. We love them to death. Jeff is one of the main guys who's doing all the jacket stuff. We actually went back and said hey to him today, and we were laughing with him. We're like, look how cheesy you look. And he was like, why did you guys make me look like that? Hey, you look great.
It made an impression on me.
Mag pouches.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's stop. See, I knew you were gonna do that. Oh, you mean the free one that we have right here in our hand? I hate you.
These prototypes. These are awesome. I know.
So real quick, before we continue on, I know a lot of people are probably confused. Me and Walsh were confused from the get go. He's like, "There's no more countdown," because normally we have a countdown hey, live's about to start. And I'm looking at it, I was like, yeah, that's because you set it at 10:30. So he's in Mountain Time, right? Or Pacific?
I think it's Pacific time, actually.
Wherever Vegas is. Vegas time. And he set it to 8:30 Vegas time, which was 10:30 Central Time, 11:30 in Harry's neck of the woods. So everybody was confused. We came on at 8:30 Central Time, which is the most important. Nobody cares about Mountain Time. And
and we have all 4 people watching, so it's like I think everyone got confused by it, and that's my fault. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
But I will say it was interesting. One of my most favorite things so far was that jacket. Like once he kind of just showed us that jacket of Valhalla, I was like, wait a minute, what? Like, hold on, show us that again. Because we had done a little bit before. We had some footage from him. And I was like, wait, show me this jacket again. And he kept doing it. I was like, this thing is absolutely crazy. Let me get you mic'd up and show us some footage about that thing. Yeah, that was probably one of my favorites. Even now, the jacket is probably my favorite of the whole show, if not that new. I really like that belt from Blue Force Gear, so that one looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So, was that jacket a quarter zip pullover, or was it? How's that close?
I'd have to look at it again, but I'm pretty sure it's full zip.
Okay.
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about, it's full. It's a full zip jacket, and it just has like the buttons on the side, so it kind of like buttons down. I know you guys were talking about before, and something they really talked about is they kind of said it was more of a de-escalation jacket, right? Not one of those like, hey, you can just, people don't know you're pointing stuff at them. But the big thing they sold it as is that if the situation is going to go to 11, you may not know if it's going to, and you may not want to take it there either. So you have a full purchase on your firearm underneath your jacket, and look at you just standing there with your hands in your pocket, and hey, the situation goes back down to 0.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, okay, have a good night.
Release, yeah.
Nobody has any idea that you just had full purchase. You were ready to defend yourself if you had to. So,
yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't own a Appendix carry, but I'm sure it would work. Like, I don't know. I'm sure I could get something.
So to kind of touch on what Joe was talking about with those offset mounts, which one was kind of your favorite? I know I just assumed that the one that was like the 45, or it wasn't even, is it 45-degree offset?
Yeah, 45, but adjustable.
Yes, and it's adjustable 193, so it's at like high height too. So they were kind of saying there's like this like arc that I was kind of trying to explain. So you have your LPVO here, and you're going to rotate here. And it was cool. He tried to explain it like this. He's like, here's what you need to do: you get on your LPVO, get on your weapon system wherever you're at, and then cant over, like have your buddy shut their eyes, cant over, and then without them knowing anything, adjust the mount, lock it in for them, and then there you go, you're done. There's no more searching because it's already in that whatever that natural position you would naturally just roll over to. You're already set there. Did you see the one though, Joe? I don't know if I showed it super well. The red dot that mounts like
upside down.
Upside down.
Yeah. I mean, sighting it in will be a pain. But then, like, I think in the video, I don't know if you were thinking that you have to like rotate your gun all the way over. But no, you rotate your gun a little bit, and the red dot's still the red dot, whether it's upside down or right side up or whatever.
Exactly. And it's just basically underneath, like where your parallax or your battery adjustment would be. Your illumination adjustment would be. It's right underneath it. So you just kind of come over, and then all of a sudden you got that dot right there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, he did mention that. The windage and elevation would just be the opposite.
Be different.
I mean,
pretty
easy.
Right.
Yeah.
It was really crazy. And I kind of said this to Valhalla when I talked to them, that honestly, we hadn't heard much from them. And then all of a sudden we're seeing the product lineup, and I'm like, yep, that's a yes for me. Yep, that's a yes for me. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. And they really kind of said like, well, we really need to work on getting our brand out there. And I was like, hey, I'll be honest with you. I've never heard of you guys. And it's a shame because you got such really cool stuff. So absolutely, I'm going to say that's a problem. And they're all about like showing us some stuff like, let's get you guys some jackets. Let's get you guys some offset mounts, show up all this stuff. So I'm like, heck yeah. So hopefully we'll be able to show you guys that stuff more in our hands and break it all down and use it. Because I think all of us are interested in the offset red dot idea, but none of us have really fleshed it out and like, here's what works and here's what didn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll tell you what, if I get my hands on one, I'll put a red dot on my my AR-10, my 308.
Hmm.
That'd be cool.
I'll buy a red dot and put it on my 308 if I get my hands on one.
Joe, I did get to play with I didn't get to see I didn't get to share all the footage yet for HoloSun, but we did play with the HoloSun 509T, like the micro one.
Mm-hmm.
It still looks like a computer monitor, but it's small and it looks good. I'm really surprised, but I'll get some pictures and some footage just for you. I think you're gonna like that optic a lot, like way more like that. I played with the RMR-CC. Oof.
I told you. Terrible. But I bought the HoloSun, the 407T or whatever it is.
Oh, the 407K, yeah.
The tiny one. It's the same footprint of the RMSC or whatever footprint.
Okay. So same.
Yeah, that's what I have on my everyday carry now.
Yeah.
I got rid of the ride-on, kept the ride-on not shake to wake, man.
Yeah.
I had to get rid of it.
I really like that mini 509T. I did talk to HoloSun too, because I have the 509T on my Staccato, and I was like, hey, it doesn't make sense for us to review this when I have the version 1. So it sounds like they may send me a version 2 so we can compare the two, and then they can see the upgraded version and maybe use one of them for offset red dots or something.
Oh, that's cool.
Just play with it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So what else did you guys see that was cool? Or we can do some comments if you want to.
Yeah, let me jump on some comments. So a lot of people in here were talking about the jacket. I'm glad everybody's in agreement with that.
Just so you know,
stay fit.
They're looking to release that probably this summer. I know it's a weird time to release things, but they probably just fell behind schedule. They probably wanted it wintertime and just fell behind.
Yeah, he said first quarter, second quarter, if I remember right. So,
yeah. You know how things work.
Yeah.
So Stay Fit was saying he's pretty interested. Or, I'm sorry, I assumed. I'm pretty interested in the massive modular chest rig. I forgot the brand. You know which one he's talking about?
Probably the Tracer Tactical Scout chest rig. Oh, so we were totally roping him into it. We're like, hey, are we going to get one of those in full on Moab? And he's like, I don't think so. Just say that you are. You have to convince us that you're going to. No, he's a super good guy. He's like, you know how cool this would look in a full on Moab? Oh, did you guys see that black Moab? Did anybody like that one? I don't know if you two like that.
I didn't know if I got to see it. Yeah, I could barely see it.
The day 2 video? Oh.
So when did that drop, dude? I've been at work all day, bro.
8 a.m. 8 a.m. today.
8 a.m., dude. I'm already 2 hours into work.
So
dude.
super secret.
3 hours.
If you guys watch, what's up, Doc Dole? If you guys watch the second video, there's all the stuff from Arrow today. And
yes.
So there's what's called a Marauder, which is another Moab, but it's in black. There may or may not be a builder set coming up soon.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Dude, don't tease me. Dang it. I don't want to spend money right now, dude.
It looks really good too. I was like, another Moab set.
I don't want to spend money right now.
I don't think that jacket's for that kind of concealed carry.
What do you think?
Doc Dole says, go ahead. Go, Cody.
Yes. He says, I will need the jacket for my deep carry underwear gun. It takes time to get a firm grip. Angry Sarge in the house. Welcome, brother.
What up? Welcome.
Hey, I got a random, just like out of the blue coffee mug.
Oh, that sounds like Angry Sarge.
Yeah. Thanks, Angry Sarge. I have my name on it and everything.
What? That's nice.
I was like, to my wife, I'm like, when she came home from the hospital, I'm like, did you order a mug? She's like, no. I'm like, well, I didn't open it. I didn't order a mug, but addressed to me, I open it, and I'm like, oh, Angry Sarge must have sent this mug.
That's so. Oh, go ahead, Cody.
I was just gonna say, you gotta understand how Joe works. He got a big styrofoam box. This was before Christmas, right? Or right around Christmas.
Yeah, it was awesome.
He got a big old thing of meat, like a Christmas gift, and he's all mad, like wouldn't open it. He's like, I don't know who it's from. I'm like, just open it. It's gonna say inside who sent it to you.
Yeah, but I thought maybe one of my family members sent it, and my wife went out of the house. She was out shopping or doing something, and I didn't want to ruin the surprise for her, you know. But
anyway, his new boss sent him a big thing of meat. Thought that was awesome.
New job boss, my new job owner boss, like
yeah.
I do want to tell you guys a cool one. We were at the Staccato booth, and they were actually complaining a little bit about finding the right holsters. They're like, "Oh, I'm having some trouble finding a really cool holster for particularly for duty use and things like that. You know, having all the things they need, level 2, all the different crap they need for the duty use." And I absolutely name dropped HCM and gave them a card. I was like, my Staccato holster is badass. I was showing him some pictures of it, and so hopefully he reaches out to HCM. So if you need holsters, like custom holsters, he is the way to go. I'm gonna tell you that right now, particularly for duty use.
Wow, look at this.
I tried to get Angry Sarge to make me a holster, man, but it didn't work out. I need to get a holster. Now I have a mug, but no holster. I need to get one.
Yeah.
Angry Sarge, let me know when you finally get some molds for Springfields, man. You got Staccato, but no Springfields.
Buy them a green gun or whatever color they are.
So we got a comment from. So I don't know exactly who Spicy McPews is, but he says got to meet Walsh today. It was the shit. Joe, I'll have to say I geeked out quite a few times. Number of people that stopped me like, "Oh, Walsh, I want to stop and say hi." Like, hold on a minute, you know who I am? So it was really pretty cool. We even went to like really cool places like Unity Tactical, and like I gave him my card, and he's like, "No, well, I know who you are. I'm already a subscriber." I was like, "You guys watch our channel?" And like, "Yeah, it's pretty awesome."
You must be really bored.
I was like, "Do you like me or do you hate me?" Like, I watch the channel.
Not gonna say to your face.
Yeah, that's
good.
not getting into too many details.
Yeah, that's not.
No, I'm honestly jealous that you are out there meeting a family. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Spicy McPews, let me know who you were with again. I had a couple people who come up to me, and you got like your secret name, so let me know who it is. But me, Joe, and Cody, please, we were kind of joking about this. Me and Jason were saying like we need to get the whole family out here, get all 4 of us out to SHOT Show. There's no reason we aren't all here, so we need to definitely do it. So
I know,
but you got a year. You got a year to clear your schedule up.
Yeah.
And we need
we'll see.
A year to get rich.
Right?
I'll be all right.
Alaskan Ballistics in the house saying what's up.
Hey, what's up, man?
And this was probably a couple minutes ago, so I apologize. You know, every time that I'm running the comments, you know, I'm not like Jason just flying through them.
We 30 minutes behind when Cody in charge.
I try to keep it on topic.
Hey, it's better than me, man. I don't even know how to pull them up. So if you weren't here, I'd just be talking and be like, well, I don't know what y'all are saying, so hopefully it's good.
Okay, here's some feedback. Wolf is saying needed some more viewing angles.
So he's talking about. So you go up two comments, Cody. He's talking about that black Moab.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if they had that one where I could pick up and move it. I think they did. It looks really good.
Yeah, I heard one company had their whole section roped off where you couldn't go in.
Yeah.
Was it?
Not Jason said that.
Yeah. I'd be surprised by that, but it would.
Yeah, it was Cody's favorite company.
A lot of people aren't here. I'll be honest with you.
Strike.
Yeah, Strike Industry. Wasn't it all roped off? I think you said it was Strike.
No, we wouldn't. We ended up going to see them. We were talking to them.
Oh, okay.
But no, he's right. It was. Well, I wouldn't say it was roped off insofar as that they kind of had like the display in the back, and then just like a long covered. Like you couldn't go up and touch things. It was really only for like media and folks to go and like to do. I don't know why they had it segregated like that, but no, you couldn't just go up and touch things. We could have.
It's the whole point of that entire show and to show off your stuff. It's like, you want to see our stuff? Too bad.
Yeah.
Like, why are you there?
It was interesting. So
Dr. Dole's.
Go ahead, Cody. You do it.
Go ahead.
Dr. Dole says, how is SHOT Show? Any good food is a complete madhouse, like everyone says. So I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've run into a couple different YouTubers and talking with Sean from We Like Shooting. I ran into Mike from Tactical Considerations. And, he was actually saying to us, like, Walsh, this is probably the best show for you to go to because when it comes to the number of people here, like media-wise, there's barely any. All these big-name companies are willing to talk to us because nobody else is really here. I would say probably the volume of people is like a third of what it normally is. Like Mike was even telling me, he's like, Walsh, me and you having this conversation in the middle of the aisle would not have been possible normally. Normally there would have been so many people that it would have been impossible for us we would have just yelled over everybody else because it wouldn't have been able to chat anyway. So is it a madhouse? It's a madhouse insofar as everybody we want to see. It's not all that busy. I don't think, no busier than like a normal mall that I've gone to. If you go to like Mall of America or just like a regular old mall. So it hasn't been that crazy, which is awesome for us. Good food. Everything here is expensive. It's Vegas. That's just the way it works. Yeah. Food's good, but it's just stupid expensive. Everything's expensive. Bathroom's expensive. Just kidding.
So Angry Sarge is talking about we can find the moles, and we also have something coming for y'all, for all you guys too, not a coffee mug.
Yeah, I think he had another comment where he said that he sent coffee mugs for everyone. So yeah.
I know I got a coffee mug. It has my name on it and everything. So I know it's mine.
Like, that's mine. It has my name on it.
There are a lot of Joes in the world.
Okay? Yeah, but Walsh can't steal it. That's the best thing about it.
Like, that's the main thing.
That's my coffee mug. No, it's not. Okay. It has my name on it.
So is PSA releasing the Jackal yet? So PSA is working on a project that is large and is helping out the industry. I would say it would be hopeful to see that in 60 plus days. So yes.
That was specific.
No, are they? Yeah, they're working on it. Maybe.
Did you see?
Or may not know something.
Talking about PSA, I've been complaining about the dagger. I wanted to buy a dagger, but I wanted to mount an optic on it, so I just did I went bananas and did 3 P80 builds. So then I can mount optics and do whatever I want on it, and then right after that, I sent Cody the link. Just a couple days ago, I see that they're selling a slide that has optic cut for it for the dagger.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
so are they going to offer that? I want to buy. I want to buy. The gun's $300, and then you have to buy $150 for the slide. Then you have to buy sights for it.
Well, they've always offered the dagger with the optics cut. It's just
never available
because it's so popular. So they've always offered it. You just got to find it. Where I think it's normally $370, but then if you usually find it $600 because someone's just jacked the price all the way up. Yeah. But it does exist, and maybe with the micro coming out, maybe that'll shift some people to wanting to get that one. That's more Hellcat-y. What are your thoughts on the 5.7?
It's expensive. I mean, it's
another expensive round.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not hating on it, right? It's pretty much it's a neck down cartridge, so it's pretty much having a baby rifle cartridge in a handgun, dude. I don't. 3A, I mean, don't quote me on that. I don't think 3A ain't stopping that.
No, it won't. So that's
so
3A plus nonsense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's moving too fast. So, I mean, there's a market for it. The rounds are kind of expensive right now. I think I found them for $1 a round recently. The guns are a little bit more. Huh?
300 Blackout's a good defense round, but it's $1 or $2 a round if you can find them.
Yeah. Yeah, so long story short, I don't hate on it. I just won't buy one because I don't have a use for it. If you have a use for it, then great. I can tell you that I wouldn't buy the FN. I'd buy the Ruger because you can save $400 or $500 buying the Ruger.
I have to.
It's made.
I have a secret somebody here. Hold on. There's a secret somebody may have to mask up on me.
So I was gonna say, we talk about on this channel end of days, apocalyptic. I can't even talk.
Yeah,
those type of scenario. Yeah, those type of scenarios where we may have to be looking for more ammo. Where are you gonna find that kind of stuff in that situation? That's definitely not a go to war type of gun, in my opinion. Yet.
No, but if it's your 5th gun or whatever, and you just want something I would definitely buy a 5.7 before I bought a Desert Eagle 50 cal. 100%. Hey.
Not Jason.
Yeah,
What's up?
I'll come backwards. We'll figure this out. So Jason doesn't know. So Jason, let's set up a live chat and it's set it up for 8:30.
Oh,
this time.
Oh,
So it confused everyone. I was like, oh,
so nobody here.
Time.
Mainly, this is just like a chat between us four with like 3 other people.
People are catching on. Like there's 13. That's
pretty
good. But we did confuse everyone. But
yeah, it happens.
So
I mean, like for the novelty gun, like I said, I would buy a 5.7 before I ever bought a Desert Eagle 50 cal, and then I'd buy the Ruger before I bought the FN. But
it's definitely one of those guns like you take out the range and everybody's gonna want to see it and pet it and hold it and all that other stuff. So yeah.
Coffee cup falling off. You're like, oh, here you go.
I want to know they're having their own side cover.
No.
Right?
He had just gotten back. I had my operator coffee mug. So Jason just went to his Interis Alliance, and he told him about how the C on my coffee mug had fallen off. So it was operator offie. And I thought that was hilarious. So it's been operator, and I hadn't been too worried about it. He's like, and Jason told him about it. He's like, hey, he got you a new mug, so you don't have to be operator offie.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
I don't know how I'm gonna get this home, but thanks.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you really bring your operator offie mug all the way down to Vegas?
No, now I have a coffee mug to bring through the airport.
That's easy. You just carry it like
take whatever you want.
Just carry it. Hey,
yeah, just
have water in it.
Yeah.
So
you can only have so much.
We're gonna take backwards a little bit because you know who's the ultra geek about the jacket is Jason.
Oh yeah, I love that jacket.
Yeah.
So what did you guys hit on? Everything pretty much?
Well, we talked about
pretty much
all the Valhalla stuff pretty much already.
Yeah.
But the jacket
love those.
Is the jacket a full zip up or a pullover?
It's a pullover.
Oh, sorry, I told it to you wrong.
Boom, Cody, there you go, dude.
Yeah, it's a pullover.
Now I'm excited for Cody, man.
I'd say everyone that we talked to, anybody that showed any interest in talking to us, we'd ask them, "Hey, do you guys carry appendix?" And if they said yes, we're like, "You got to go check out Valhalla Tactical. Those guys are."
Yeah. Don't Line Defense sent you.
Yeah.
And they were awesome. Those guys were just joking with us all week. We always swing by and we'd be laughing about something.
Yeah, so the guy was this is kind of weird. So I was micing him up with the wireless mic, the guy that was displaying the jacket. And so I connect the wireless mic to the lapel, and I'm going to put the little box that we have for the transmitter in his back pocket. And I told him, hey, just let you know, I got to touch your ass. And he goes, oh, that's okay. I was Navy. And I go, wait, what the hell is that supposed to mean?
No, here, never mind. Do it yourself.
Yeah. Oh, well, wait a minute.
But there's a reason why they got their names on the back of their pants.
Yep. And their parade rest and the small of their back.
One thing I did.
Sorry, I'm just joking, Navy. I went to school with y'all.
We're all family.
Yeah, we went back and forth. We had all kinds of jokes for each other.
Joe got mad. I started to show the mag pouches, and Joe was like, "Get your prototype crap off this channel."
Yeah, I don't even want to see that. I was so mad. Like I was more mad in that video than I was with the hatchet. Because you guys were like, ooh, like you're doing your video like how cool they are. I'm like, oh man, they are so cool. They look so awesome, man. I want to try them. And then it comes back to you two sitting next to each other, like.
I told him, I was like, we need to do that. We got that. Did you tell him about that magazine?
Which
magazine? So we're the first day the supplier showcase. We were walking around this guy. You could just tell he didn't want to take anything home. So he's like, hey, come back by at the end of the showcase, and I'll just hook you up with whatever you want. So I go back by. He had a magazine and some company I never heard of, a stock.
This thing's pretty awesome. So yeah, we have this. Look at the stuff that Jason used to take home in his luggage.
A grip and a magazine. So that was a magazine we had.
Real.
I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. We'll just play with this as we're chatting about this.
Not bad.
Real. We never heard of. But there's a magazine.
Hey, it has a QD. It has a QD on it.
There's two, which is interesting.
Yeah.
And it still has the CTR kind of doodad, the no locking, which I kind of like better.
Yeah, as long as it fits tight, you don't need it to lock.
No. Yeah. And it's got this cool, like the butt pad has this really cool, like I don't know. It's soft and rubbery texture. Not like the really annoying one. Like I don't love the Magpul one. It feels like it's just plastic.
Yeah. So FYI, it's straight up prototype stuff that we have. So the inserts on these right now are 3D printed, and I think they're going to be doing like a thermoform plastic or something. It's not going to be 3D printed in the final production. So,
Dude,
yeah,
nice.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
You know what? Next year, you guys have to be here.
I said that to him. I was like, we all 40. He's like, rah.
And it's not hard to get here. That's the thing that I thought it was going to be ridiculously hard as for us as media to come in, and then you're here and it's like, bro, these people have no idea who we are.
Like, I'm the guy in the yard. Hey, come on in.
Did you tell them about, I mean, I haven't watched it because I've been walking, but have you talked about like how much you got recognized today?
I mentioned
he
it
did.
a little bit. Yeah.
I was so there's
So I was like, what were you doing? You've been masked for a long time.
Tell him the story. So go ahead.
the one at Agilite.
Yeah.
Okay, so funny story. We're at Agilite, and this guy from Alameda County, Oakland, California. He's a sheriff up there. He's a SWAT guy, and he was looking for a new plate carrier. And he was like, I saw this video on YouTube, and I wanted to come and check it out. He's a really small guy, and so I was talking it up. Walsh was interviewing Lev at Agilite
In the middle of an interview.
Yeah, in the middle of an interview, and so I'm selling Agilite, and I go, I don't make any money, but we really just love this company. The guys have been awesome over there, and he goes, well, how small can it get? Because I'm a pretty small guy, and I said, well, I pointed to Walsh, and I go, well, Walsh over there shrunk it down and was able to fit it on his wife, and he goes, oh, Walsh, and then he looks at my name tag and he sees Thin Line Defense, and says, Thin Line Defense? And I go, yeah. He goes, dude, your video is the one that I watched that made me want to come over here.
That's awesome.
That's so awesome, dude.
It's one of those like,
That's amazing.
where were we at? Oh, I was at Holosun. So I'm talking to Holosun, right? I'm talking to them and I'm like, hey, I'd love to do more with you guys. I don't really have a good rep over here. I don't know who to really talk to. And I was like, I've been talking to.
I used to talk to this
guy.
guy.
I used to talk to this guy. His name's Sean. And he's like, and Jason, like
I'm standing out to the side. I'm looking at the Holosun rep that Walsh is talking to. You got giant name tags on. And I go, that Sean?
And I was like, I look at him, and I look at his name badge, and I was like, oh.
Team Moffitt?
Yeah, he looks at me, he's like, Walt? Thin Line, Walt? Oh, I know who you are. So, like, of course, we can't see each other's faces. Everybody's covered up. But
yeah,
I think it happened to be more times I took off my mask because we're trying to talk and communicate for interviews today. Yeah. And almost every single time someone stops by, the R15 guys.
Oh, yeah, the R15. We were at Warren.
Yeah.
And the R15, or no, ARFCOM?
ARFCOM, yeah.
Yeah, ARFCOM guys. They stopped us at Warren. They're like, hey, Walsh, we love your stuff.
I'm like, oh, cool.
Thanks, guys.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's
the
awesome.
biggest one I want to give props to is Agilite. We didn't really we love them. We love their gear. We said cool stuff. But when we came over to their booth, it was nothing but awesome.
It was like a family member that like long lost cousins that haven't seen each other in years.
Yeah.
They were like giving each other hugs and as we're walking up, I go, hey, what's the guy's name at Agilite? Walsh, like, I honestly don't know.
We'll figure it out. And then they're all like, they're coming out like they were so warm and welcoming. Like, come over here and see this wall. Let's show you this cool thing. I'm so and so. I love your videos. Like, I've been watching you forever. And they were they were like the most
awesome, dude. And do you know what the best part of that whole story is? Is that you shoot it straight with their stuff. Like, if something isn't that great, you're like, not the best thing in the world, you know? Or something great, you're like, that's great. Yeah. And that's how they treat you, even though you're 100% honest. Like, and you're real with it.
And the funny thing, too, the thing that I found funniest was they kind of know the backstory between Walsh and Spiritus. Because the main guy goes, like, we're all done chatting with him the first time, and he goes, hey, when are you going to go see our friend Spiritus?
Did he say too late?
No joke, from where Agilite was, like, right a back corner is where Spiritus is. So they share a corner booth. They're in the same floor.
They could be shot at basketball. You'd hit them over there.
Yeah. Oh man, it was.
It's too bad that they had to be like that. That's all I gotta say about it.
I was waiting for you to ask the Spiritus guy if that stuff was going to be in stock.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. You gave him the floor, man. For what they've done and what they continue to do in the background, like you were the stand-up guy on all that.
We'll put it this way, Joe. You don't know the whole story yet, and you will probably.
I know some of it. Not Jason told me some of it. The comments after you got left.
This is the bar, and this is where it was put. And I chose to take the high ground, treat them with respect and dignity, and that's the road I chose.
Yep, and they did not.
And that's up to them. So whatever. I gave them the floor. Let them show their gear.
And they have some cool stuff. Yeah, I mean they have some good looking stuff. So with my
it's just they're crazy. Like the medic bag, man. I was interested in it. I didn't really like the thin straps and stuff, but I was interested in it until you're like, and this is coming in just right at $500. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I just had a heart attack. Man, my Maxpedition backpack was like $200, and I think I had to sell a kidney to get it.
Yeah. So, and then talking about medical stuff, going over to Blue Force Gear yesterday, those guys had some really cool stuff.
So again, talk about badass team.
That was awesome.
Badass team. We go over there and we're like, hey, we're a big fan. We reviewed your CHLK. I kind of ripped it. I kind of trashed it a little bit. So nothing against you guys, but I want to see your new grid belt. And the guy was like, well, who on our team is your rep that you're going through? I'm like, oh, no. We just bought it. And
we bought it.
So we would know if it's any good. And he's like, wait. He's like, wait. You just bought it and you reviewed it and just all on your own? And he's like, we're like, yeah. He was totally flabbergasted.
Yeah, and come to find out, he's the CEO, the guy we were talking about. We're like, oh, okay.
We're like, who's this guy? And Jason's like, well, that's the CEO of that business. But and then they didn't care if we didn't like a belt. They didn't care if we didn't like a certain product. They would probably, just like Valhalla and Agilite, super warm and welcoming. They're like, come do this, come do that. We love seeing you. And like, we would see them passing by and they'd be like, oh, hey, getting high fives from them. I'm like, what a good group of people where the relationship, like, Joe, if I don't like something you make, our relationship has nothing to do with.
Dude, I love my truck. I've owned my truck for 17 years. The heater in my truck, the little flappers, it's trash. In a 2004 Dodge Ram, it's trash. So I'm going to say that right away. You couldn't pry my truck away from me unless you gave me a Cummins, I guess. But you couldn't pry my truck away from me, right? I love my truck, but that doesn't mean everything's great about it. You know what I mean? I don't like the torsion bar front suspension of it. I can't lift it. You gotta do stupid stuff and overclock the torsion bar in order to get it lifted and stuff like that. Like, not my favorite thing in the world. I don't care. My 2004 Dodge Ram is amazing, but I can say I don't like the flappers. Like, anybody that has that generation Ram, you know what I'm talking about. So the flapper made out of plastic and it breaks and then it flaps down and it covers it. I dealt with, like, you crank the heater and you can barely feel any air coming out of the vents for like 3 years until I finally just took off the blower motor, reached my hand up in there in the flapper. I just took it out and threw it away. And now it works great, but it's stupid. It's stupid. And I can say that, but I still love Dodge. That's what I love about the other companies. You don't have to like everything that they make, and you don't have to say I'm the best thing ever.
Yeah, and we definitely make them money, which is the confusing part. You know what I mean? Like, we still advertise their gear and send them to some gear we do like and some gear that we don't. So that the fact that we like one and don't like the other, and that's like, oh no, they can't just like one thing. That's the end of the world. But maybe you guys can be a jerk about it.
And dude, it's what I do with the boards, right? It's people, if they know that you're being honest, you're gonna send, if we're being honest and I say, like, I don't make anything from CMMG. I pay full price whenever I buy something from CMMG. I have no reps there, no love there, no nothing. In that 9mm build, I will still say day to day that it's amazing, right? Mm-hmm. And anybody watching knows that I'm just not hyping something up because, I got it for free or because we're sponsored by them or whatever. They know that if we're saying that it's good stuff, then it's at least worth looking at.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let me jump. I want to tell you two things first. Number one, Misfit, he gave a comment. I got to give props to TLD. No one's giving commentary with their SHOT Show videos. It's a lot of work, but it's been great. So agreed. We kind of had to change gears because it became impossible.
It was like 12. No joke. It was the funniest thing. So Walsh was like, "Hey Jason, if there's any review the video. If there's any problems, wake me up." And I go, "What?" And he plops down the bed, fully dressed, and falls asleep, asses out.
But Cody knows.
Oh yeah.
So him sleeping in his jeans that's not him just sleeping fully clothed. That's how he sleeps.
This is normal, not a big deal. So one more thing though. So Misfit, we had to change our schema because it just became impossible. We probably have 20 other interviews and it became impossible. So we're gonna start putting those together. They'll just be pockets that we're gonna release, and then we'll probably re-release the other ones just as standalones also, so it makes more sense for everyone. But we did enjoy doing it. We thought that was super fun. One thing though, when I went to go interview Spiritus, we're talking and we're interacting, and I'm kind of saying to him like, "Hey, I hope there's no love lost between us. I hope we can bust each other's balls and have a good time." He's like, "No, I totally understand it. I really do like a lot of your gear. I like a lot of your stuff." The guy I was talking to, and he's like, "No, I totally understand it," but he didn't. He hadn't comprehended who I was yet, but I'm being very hey, kind of very burying the hatchet. Hey, this is, I don't like some stuff, but I really do like some of your gear. I hope you guys know that everything I say is, just in jest and just in fun, but I like a lot of your gear. I obviously show a lot of your gear. And he was like, "Oh yeah, no big deal." So then we get the final mic. I'm getting the mic over, getting the last piece and getting everything set. And he's like, he's right in front of me. And he's like, Jason goes, "All right.
Hey Walsh, here, put this on." And he goes, "Walsh?"
He's like, wait.
Who's Walsh?
Yeah. And he's like,
Walsh with the camera holding up. And he's like, I am.
That's right. That's me.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead. And he's like, he's like, "Oh, I thought, he says my first name. Oh, because your first name's on your stupid badge."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I only saw so-and-so." Like, okay, well, go ahead.
Also me.
And we're live.
Yeah. And I don't know, what's interesting is they said their whole thing about their booth, and I don't know why there's animosity. Whatever. I'm gonna let it go. After this, we'll just let it die and be what it's gonna be. Yeah. But
I'm done talking about them.
And I was like, "Hey, Walshy Poo, come over and say hi." And they're like, "What's that supposed to mean?" I was like, "Oh, well,
I'm gonna come say hi."
Using a thin line defense account, I'm like, "Well, Walsh will come say hi." It's like, and then they blocked us. I'm like, "Okay, well, guys, we're dealing with a heightened level of maturity here." So, like I said, I went over there at a higher level. I was gonna go over and just bury the hatchet. Like, "Hey, I'm
dude." The fact that you went over there, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have.
That was the recommendation. At the time, the recommendation was to walk. I'll be honest with you, the recommendation was to walk. And it was like, "Nope, we're going to take the high road. We're going to give them a platform. They want to sell their gear. They want to show up their gear. We're going to give them that. That's kudos to them. Nothing personal. If they want to make it personal, I'm going to not." Okay, then it's not going to be. And if y'all want to be angry, cool. You can be angry with yourselves.
Because I'm not angry about it afterwards.
Yeah, I'm not angry about it. I mean, it sounds like they're spending a lot of time being butthurt off camera. Back in their own community of "Oh, we really hate this guy." And it's like, "Oh, I don't hate you guys, and I don't hate your gear. I don't know you." So that's the amount of time and energy you spend.
You didn't say their stuff went the best thing ever, so
yeah. So either way,
you are shunned.
And then to go from one to the other, seeing these massive, these guys who just treat us like family, and then just this ridiculousness.
Well, yeah, and also there's some people that we interacted with that they know the Spiritus guys and they like the Spiritus guys, and they would comment. They're like you were kind of brutal with them. Okay, but basically your relationship with Spiritus has no bearing on my relationship with you, so let's get into it.
Yeah,
So we had talked with. Did you talk about We Like Shooting?
No.
So we had dinner with Sean from We Like Shooting last night, and he was like, "This is the best SHOT Show for you guys because there's not a lot of media."
I said a little bit about Mike. Tactix said it. Go ahead. Yeah.
There's not a lot of media here. This is perfect for you guys because these guys want you to come into their booths. Well, I should say some of them. There was one company today, DRD Tactical or something. They had a really cool logo of this skeleton. It looked like
cool skull and everything.
Yeah, blood dripping off it, green and black. They had some really cool AR-15. And they had a big booth. It was pretty big. So we're excited. We go over, we start checking out their guns. Not one single person got up off the chairs to come.
And it's
talk
like
to us.
4 dudes behind a bench, just like looking at their phones. And me and Jason like walk around. We're the only people in the booth.
No one's heard of we never heard of them.
No, we had our media badges and like cameras and stuff, and we're looking at stuff and we're like asking each other questions, and like they don't care. We're like, whoa, y'all don't care?
They never heard of you either. They're like, then why who?
And exactly, it looked exactly like one of those companies that like, why haven't I heard of you? Like, because that's why.
Yeah.
Because how would I have? But it looked
maybe
really
they'll
cool.
learn the hard lesson and be better next SHOT Show.
Yeah,
maybe.
And
all right, so for next year, here's what we do. You guys get in Cody Jeep again and drive all the way to Colorado and pick me up, and then we go on a road trip. And
it sounds horrible.
And not Jason can fly to Colorado, so it'll be you two, and then you come to Colorado and you pick up me and not Jason, and then we do a whole road trip. Dude, I saw this in a movie once, and it turned out great for them.
Do they?
Like road trip into Vegas.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah. Four friends road trip into Vegas. It turned out amazing, dude.
Never make it.
Hangover.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't think of it. Who's losing a tooth?
Walsh.
It was a good day. Any day I didn't get punched in the head. Like, am I going to get punched by some random person today?
No.
So Caleb's got a good segue here. So he said he liked the Mantis training system. Thinks it would be a great opportunity for companies to offer a training option.
Oh.
Did you see the AR-10 one, the Blackbeard, and the PCC one?
Yeah.
Dude.
And it has the integrated X10 into the Black. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, Misfit. So I don't know if you saw that, but they had the Blackbeard with the X10 integrated in, and they were. I don't know if you saw in the chart, but he was showing some really crazy drills. So going multi-target, and it's like, oh, you overshot your target by so and so %. You wasted time by not moving your target. It's like, whoa.
So yeah, it was really cool because it could show like basically think of the barrel, laser coming out of the barrel. You J-hooked into that target while you wasted 42% of your time. So it's great feedback as a shooter because you could think, man, I could be almost 50% faster and still hit my target.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So there was a guy that I knew when I was started off in the gun world, and he said that he would go out and he would shoot as fast as possible until he lost accuracy, and then he'd slow it down, and that's how he kind of helped himself shoot accurately fast. Just keep doing that out at the range.
Yep.
Smooth as fast,
And
fast as accurate.
Back when ammo was cheap, that was the way to do it.
Yeah. Now, so this Mantis system, it was always packed. Every time we went by their booth, and they had a pretty big footprint, it was always packed. And I think it was that reason, Joe, that ammo is so expensive. People are going, I could spend $200 and I could get 5 boxes of ammo.
Yeah.
$200 and I get this system that's rechargeable that I could set up courses in my house and I could practice every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the thing about it, I have that Mantis. That Mantis sent it to me for free, full disclosure. But I wanted to use it when I was out shooting distance, and that's what I did with the AR-15 5.56 at 500 yards video, where I actually show the data because I had it on my gun the entire time, which is awesome. But dry firing kind of a pain, right? Because then you gotta recharge the gun every time. But with the Blackbeard, it resets your trigger, dude.
Yeah,
like that's game changing.
Yeah.
So was that from Misfit says Dr. Dole, the Blackbeard is huge for the AR platform because no one dry fires it. The X10 is great for new shooters or if you don't get to the range often.
And what Joe taught me is like, Walsh, live fire should be validation of training. If you're already doing something and you're training, like the X10 is great to build you into there, and then the live fire just takes you from that 90% to the 100%. You can get 90% of the way there. I can tell you because I did it. But there is a gap that's missing. The live fire is a piece of it, but you can get 90% of the way there and be really good. Particularly weapon manipulation. Joe, you say it all the time. Weapon manipulation is a huge piece of it. If you can shoot good and you can't just be comfortable with the firearm and how it operates and how it moves around,
yeah,
it could be just as big of a problem.
Or when it go click instead of bang, like that's not when you want to go, oh, what do I do?
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it too, like putting that Mantis on. I wonder, you need to tell me if it'll work on airsoft, dude, because that would be a game changer too. You know what I mean?
So it does. It does.
Because then you could be in your backyard, and even with the little Mantis that doesn't reset your trigger, just buy the same gun, only in airsoft, and there you go.
So that's what it. So I had my in-laws over, and they wanted to learn how to shoot pistols. I want to kind of give them some techniques, and I'm like, well, hey, there's zero reason we would take a live firearm out. Like, it would be a huge waste of time and ammo. Let's teach you on an airsoft, get you the feedback on the Mantis, and you have 3 settings, Joe. It says dry, CO2, and live fire. So we just set it to CO2, and then it's a P320 exact match to my So that they were legitimately training and working basic stuff, like super basic stuff, and like seeing what they were doing wrong. And then by the end, they're like used to be able to acquire the red dot and shooting multi-target at the end. It was really awesome. What would have been probably a pretty frustrating live fire experience.
Yeah, and it gets them out of the whole mental, game that guns are scary and loud noises are scary.
Yeah, the bang. Like everyone gets so afraid of the bang. They're so afraid of.
So then you got all the fundamental at that point, and then you just go to shoot and just prepare for the bang. Like that's all you have to do now.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Cody, are you still managing the comments? I'm sure we're way behind, but Misfit did say the setup with the projector screen seems like a bunch of fun. I want to try it out. I'm just worried I would be stuck in one spot where I really like the house clearing. The house, just like moving through my own house that's super fun. Like the whole world becomes your video game. I like the idea, but I don't know if it's really needed. I bet you I could make just as cool of a game.
Yeah.
How was that projected up there though? Was it a projector screen or was it on like a computer? Or?
They had it hooked into a projector, but you could also do just like a flat screen. You could hook it right into a flat screen and do it that way. So there's multiple.
I'm sure it can have like interactive games, like moving targets and stuff like that.
There are ones that like the flip around or they come forward. There was a bunch, and it was really cool. Is they actually kept tabs on all your scores. It was like number of bullseyes, your time, your misses. It was a bunch of statistics I can show you later, but it was pretty cool. So there was a couple guys that were betting like who was buying drinks that evening based on how they were shooting, and it was pretty cool to see them go competitive and all the stats come out at the end. It's like, cool one.
And then Austin joking about which of his employees are still going to have jobs. Like he was great. He was fantastic.
Yeah. I was going to make that comment. Like he was like, "Yep, looks like 2 people still have their jobs." That's pretty funny.
I was like, that's pretty good. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Oh, look at Angry Sarge that said Thin Line Defense HCM at SHOT Show.
So I texted Angry Sarge and told him we were at, was it Staccato? Yeah, we were at Staccato and we were talking with one of the reps and
I told him that. Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, we were sharing his card. Yeah, you were gone for that. I mentioned that we were there and they were asking the holsters and we shared the HCM card.
It's like it's just so hard to find holsters. Like not anymore.
Yeah, that aren't huge and actually fit all the duty requirements. Yeah. I'm gonna make Jason man these comments if Cody doesn't rip through.
I need a new drop leg.
That means
because this one is for my CZ.
I don't know where he's at. He's probably way up.
I need a new drop leg holster.
With HCM.
Oh, you want me to do it like Jason? He would just we'd be talking. He'd be like, "Oh, look, Caleb just said be cool if they made a and then he go to the next one. Oh, look, K19 can fit. It works. I'm way behind.
It's okay.
So anyway, back to Caleb's comment. It'd be really cool if they made a developer kit for that Misfit, where people could make their own sims. That would be cool. Did y'all freeze? Or am I frozen?
No, you're not. I can hear you. I think they're in trouble. It's the hotel interwebs.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah, that's a good point, Misfit. So Misfit says the K19 can fit him. It works great. He went to the range and did some shooting on the move drills. I legit forget he's wearing that carrier. So I know that we talked about that 54 minutes ago, and I apologize. I'm just getting to it, but
we'll get caught up. Start flying through comments.
Yeah. So Misfit was saying Spirit system that was so awkward.
Yeah.
Hey. So
welcome back.
at a certain time of the day, your internet runs out at the hotel and you got to sign back in again.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's that time.
Yep. Yeah.
So Angry Sarge was saying your comments on the holsters offline helped us make a better product, Walsh, so we appreciate it. We like all you guys and want to support you all, even if you hate our products.
Oh,
And that's
good.
how it should work. But we,
Weird.
you know,
Weird.
it's a you scratch my back, I scratch your back, quick pro quo type of relationship.
If you make poop and I poop on it, you can't get mangry.
Mm-mm.
Angry? Poop?
Yeah. So Dr. Dole is saying the salt from Spiritus was epic. Your videos and comments must have really touched a nerve for them.
Yep.
Which is interesting
High
because
ground.
you did a great video on the Gista pouch.
I love the Gista pouch. I probably sold a crap load of the expander wings too. I like the expander wings. I don't like the thing 1 and thing 2.
What did you-
Yeah,
Or
but
or the business
like-
model.
like this should be the last thing we ever say about them. But
Okay.
that's
It may have
just
to be.
that. Like that's that person that you thought was your friend, right? And while everything's going fine, then they're your friend. But one little speed bump, one little hiccup, and then they want to be your enemy for the rest of your life. And that's
the
them.
biggest-
You're never gonna get back in their good graces because you didn't bend the knee when they wanted you to, and that's that. So
And hold on, let me get on this. I know I see the comment. And Joe, that's it. I say good things and no one cares. But if I happen to say one thing negative, then it's like I need to be slapped. I need to be punished and I need to be corrected.
Yeah.
It's like, I said a bunch of nice things and you didn't even bother to listen to what I had to say because I was in line with what you wanted.
exactly.
That's
Exactly.
what's wrong with you. Maybe we just stopped talking about it completely.
Yep. The end.
We go to the last
Oh,
we go to
come
the
on. The
previous
last
comment.
one was a good comment.
They are dead to me.
Then that'll be the last one.
Yeah, and we'll never.
Spiritus sniffs their own farts. Okay,
Okay,
we're done
never
talking
again.
about
Yeah.
them.
Moving on. We're going to be bigger people.
All right, here's a better question. So is Walsh and not Jason sleeping in the same bed?
It's
Yes.
on the left side and the right side. It's not the same bed.
Yeah.
It's different.
I mean, they still. It's like when we were 10. They have their heads and their feet at different sides of the bed. It's fine.
I would say, does it matter?
Yeah.
So Brownie's saying
Warm.
The world will
Yeah,
never
yeah.
know.
that's a lot of tactical girth to keep warm.
Yeah, boy.
Heck yeah. That's awesome.
Jeff from Valhalla over here, that Navy boy.
Have you seen Without a Paddle? That's what's
You will
going on.
touch your-
It's for body warmth.
For Blackbird. Yeah, 100%.
And that's even what Austin said. I mean, he didn't pull any punches. He's like, if you dry fire with your AR-15, you're probably not.
Yeah, he's like, you probably never have done it,
Or you
and
did-
so you've done it one and realize how crappy it is.
Yeah, I probably dry fire trained 1,000 times more with the Blackbeard than I did before. Otherwise, I'm like, yeah, I did a ton with my pistol, but then I never did anything with my 15.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth.
That's supposed to mean.
You were all about that pistol game.
I was.
I know.
You guys high power fans? There's only one who's a high power fan.
Yeah.
Kind of cool to see all these companies bringing it back, even though FN is kind of money. That SA35 kind of reminds me of a high power. I have a high power. I think it's their Mark III. I think it shoots good certain ammo. It shoots round nose really, really well. It kind of jams up on hollow points. That's just my experience with the Mark III. I wouldn't mind shooting some of the newer ones, but I don't know. I think there's better guns on the market at a better price point that are just better performance. I don't know why I would want to go out and do that. I got a great deal on mine. It's an old school Browning high power Mark III. I love it, but there's better guns out there.
I'd just buy 1911.
Yeah. Speaking of 1911s, your the little presser that I was at before I came here, there's a gun holster company, leather holster company that I was talking to them about the issue that you were having with that Falco holster. in your 1911, and they were like, "Bro, we could totally hook you up." So
No.
we got their card. I'm gonna reach back
So-
out.
So it's either them or going through that company that Walsh was talking to. I forget their name, but they're coating the coating that done the staccato.
Oh,
Armor Loop.
those guys were
Bro,
awesome too. Those guys were
Like-
awesome.
I want to send my 1911 to them.
That guy's name is Jason. Yeah, Jason.
Jason.
He is awesome. I wish he was on here. He would probably come on our live chat.
Jason Hogue.
Yeah, we could. I bet he's so cool. I bet you could probably make that happen.
Dude, I will send them my 1911. I'll cry when I ship it off. As long as I get it back, then I'm cool with it. But because that was the only thing I like the bluing on my 1911. But for a Colt for under 1,000, I couldn't complain about it.
Yeah.
But man, getting that coating on it would just set that gun to the next
The blue
level.
DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked. That's my thought, and I even told him off camera. I said one of our guys has one of those Colt Commanders, with the blue grip. It looks really good, but he would love this thing.
Mhm.
Yep.
And what's interesting too is Mondays normally when they do like the invite only, shoot day. So we didn't know what to do. We were trying to learn what to do at SHOT Show, and media wasn't open. So we went up to the supplier showcase. No media. Like Sean had never even been up there ever. He's like, I don't ever go up there. And every person, not only were they willing to talk to us, they were like grabbing us. They're like,
Yeah, we were walking by. We were just looking around like, is anything interesting? No, not really. This one guy was like, he sees our badge. He goes, Thin Line Defense, what do you do? And we're like, we're kind of pull out a business card. Here you go. We're an end product gear review channel. And he goes, how do I get my product on your channel? It's like, what do you got? Tell me about it.
It's like, we talked to 7050 billet, and they're like, we have a full billet rifle. How do we help you build this and show this off? I'm like, what? Hold on. Let's start talking.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Step one, build me a rifle.
Yeah. And that kind of gets me to the comment about Ghost Tactical. That he says evening from Vegas, #worst shots ever. And I think to some people, I see a lot of influencers or YouTube channels are probably, or maybe even the businesses that are here that are probably upset because they want to spend an epic ton of money and hit this large group of people. But we, as a super tiny YouTube channel, everyone's talking to us. So to us,
you're finding the love, dude.
Yeah, we are.
Did you go through like who we talked to today?
I don't think I went through with a fine tooth comb, but I was saying like Unity Tactical was talking to us and was
Daniel Defense. We interviewed with Daniel Defense today.
Yeah, it's like,
oh really?
Yeah. And I came by. I went and talked to I just happened to run in some random guy who happened to be like the marketing manager at Daniel Defense, and I was like, hey, I'd like to interview you guys. He's like, Walsh, anyone you want to talk to at any time. So I was like, hey, let me know a time that would work for you guys. If you want to be on camera or something. And he was like, here's the deal. You come back anytime you want, any day you want, and we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Oh dang.
Okay, and I did that. I just showed up randomly. I was like, hey, can we get somebody to mic up? They're like, yep.
I can say that one of our viewer gave me one of their stocks, and I like it.
Yeah. So actually, Misfit, there's two more. They're not really new. I'd heard kind of about them, but saw them as we were walking around today. So Torrent Suppressors is a company that came out, and crap, I forgot the other one. It starts with it. Something Works was another suppressor company that we saw up in that Caesars Forum area, the new product area. So tons of suppressors, and then also them changing companies. So OSS Suppressors changed their name to Hux Works for some reason. Yeah, but we got to chat with those guys too, and it was great.
And I'm talking to him like, hey, I'm really looking to get in. I love these OSS suppressors, and he's like, oh, you're Walsh from Thin Line Defense. I'm like, this is impossible. Like, how do you know who I am? Like, oh yeah.
We need to start questioning how they know us though. Like, do you know me for a good reason or a bad reason?
Well, I asked that one time to Unity, and they was like, how about we don't talk about that? I was like, well, okay.
Yeah. So Walsh was like, do you hate me? And he goes, well, I don't hate you. And he goes, you hate me.
And I'm going to run down just because we were talking about it. Ghost Tactical did come back. Cody, I didn't mean to steal your spot, but he was saying it's a joke. This is the best SHOT Show I've been to by far. I'm with him. Everyone's willing to talk to us. It's super. I'm running into everyone we see. We ran into like John Lovell the other day.
Yeah.
the Battle Gnome.
Yeah, Battle Gnome.
I forget his name, but he like took time to talk to me. I like shaking his hand. I told him how I shared some of his training.
Brandon Herrera.
Yeah, Brandon Herrera. We just walked by and Jason was like, "Hey, you want to go bug him for a photo?" I was like, "No, I'm tired."
We're tired.
So yeah, Ghost. You should. I'll give you my phone number later. But
dude, if you run into Mil-Spec Mojo, you need to give him a high five for me.
Yeah, because, well, he was watching our videos too. We got some footage where he was watching our stuff.
Yeah, if you run into him, give him a high five for me. Be like, hey, Joe couldn't make it, but he sends this, and just give him like a wicked high five, dude. I like.
Or that a
Mil-Spec
boy,
Mojo.
if it's from Joe.
Yeah, you can do that too. It depends. You know, gauge his reaction. I don't want to get on a bad side.
No, I know what you're gonna say regarding the. If you were to do it side by side without any attachments.
Okay, we're good. Jason knows what I'm going to say about this because he asked me a million times. So, Raw Cookie does a question. I commented in Discord, question for Walsh. Apologies, I haven't been on Discord. I've done nothing but editing and video and trying to sleep. It says, off the top, quick elevator pitch, K19 or SPC. Raw plate carriers, K19, because it's just absolutely awesome. It's all put together. An SPC with an Eagle Ergo, nothing can touch it. That is the absolute ultimate combo. It's quite expensive when you put those things together with everything else. So the K19 is hands down the best. If you put them side by side, the K19 beats the SPC, but there's no way it can touch the SPC and the Eagle.
Dude, I want to see that new HRT, bro. Like
I think Misfit commented on how similar it is to the K19.
No, to the SPC with the Eagle Ergo.
Oh, yeah, there's
the L-back.
Yeah, there's some.
Yeah. Is the L-back the new one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that one, dude.
So Joe, you would like it so much because it's rigid, like the Eagle or like the SPC. So it's rigid here, but then on the back, it's got two panels where the cummerbund kind of hooks. Like actually, it's part of the cummerbund, and those pieces are actually like webbed together, bungee together. So as you breathe, it just opens up.
Oh, dude, I want to try that thing out. That thing looks amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna go 2 hours if we get into all that.
Dr. Dole says, if I get another battle belt, BFG, what is the best way to sell off my Axel and HSGI belt? I'm going to warn you, Dr. Dole, you're going to be super mad. Attack Pack. You're going to see their belt. We talked to them, and they were super excited. They knew us, which was also awesome too. They were excited to talk to us, and we were as excited to talk to them.
They're in Joe's neighborhood too.
Yeah. Their belt, I got to play with it. Super similar to the Axel Eclipse. There's some things I kind of like better, and they did. It's also you can buy it and they send it to you.
Stock.
Yeah, it's in stock and it gets shipped, which is great. That's an improvement.
Is it in stock on Earth?
So I did.
And let's go down the definition of in stock.
I did run into Axel, super nice guy too. He explained. I ran into Jake from Axel, super nice guy also. So I'll say that. I did razz him. I did razz him a good bit. Jason was like, you were kind of a jerk. Like, oh, no, I was trying to just be fun. I understand.
We love the belt.
Yeah,
we love the belt.
I wasn't trying to be
playing with it right now.
Yeah,
right now.
Of course you are. So it was kind of funny because Walsh was like, "Bro, you're shipping." He's like, "I know what had happened as we moved into this facility. We didn't have production set up yet, and then he was talking about moving into another facility that's even bigger, but they're going to have production set up beforehand before they move into it." And Walsh was like, "That's a great idea."
I was like,
or don't say in stock, I guess. But no regrets.
It's a great belt. Don't get me wrong, and I love them. I think their popularity. I think they're just going to skyrocket, and I think their production is going to ramp up too. I did talk to him. He helped me get some of my stuff stuck that was kind of jammed up in the shipping process. So if your stuff is messed up, just make sure to reach out to Axel. Or if you've had a really long shipping time, some things get just screwed up in the system, and I think that's what happened with some of my stuff. So I should have emailed him earlier. He helped me out. Loved him. I thanked him again today. I saw him on the way out, and I said thanks for helping me out. So
that's good.
So Misfits answering Dr. Dole's question. I'm pretty sure anybody in our group would want to buy that Axel belt. So I don't think you'll have any trouble getting rid of it.
I'm the only one on our group that doesn't have an Axel belt, but after seeing the Attack Pack, I don't want one.
Wow.
And they're just as good. I would probably put them side by side. I'm not lying to you.
And they're in my neck of the woods?
Yeah, dude. So I was turned on to them from a competitive shooter in Colorado, and I was telling Walsh, like, yeah, I got this attack pack belt, their shooter's belt. It's a Molly Webbing type belt, and it's my duty belt now. I love it. And then I just happened to be on the SHOT Show app, and I was like, oh, dude, they're here. Let's go check them out. And so we geeked out over there, and they knew Walsh, his videos, and
also weird.
Yeah. So, anyways, some great, really innovative stuff that they're doing with their belt that I think takes the axial clip and adds some awesome features to it.
Yeah, I want to see them side by side, but I think I'm already saying I would be hard pressed as to which one I like better. That's how much I like it. And I love that Eclipse. I talk about that thing all day.
So my neck of the woods being Denver.
Yeah. So Castle Rock area, or somewhere north of you.
Yeah, Castle Rock.
Yeah,
Castle Rock, right up the road. That's even better than Denver.
Hey, so Harry has a good comment. This leads me into a story. He says, guys, off topic, but does anyone have thoughts on combat boots? And I know we all do, but I have a story that was a kind of a crappy one from today. So I always get told about Solomon's, and I was wearing Loa Zephyrs today. So we kind of was wearing some brands that we like. Jason, you had on the Ultimas. So we kind of wore some good shoes that we were hoping were going to be comfortable. I actually didn't wear my Lola Rapid Assaults because I love them. I didn't want to ruin them. I love them that much. And so, but I keep hearing all these good things about Solomon. And I go in there, the guy couldn't care less. He couldn't care that I was there. He really couldn't be bothered to tell me why I should be there. And I was like, so what's new? And he's like, oh, those ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Some things sell themselves. Solomon sell themselves, man.
And they do. I get that, but I already have nice boots. Convince me I want these. Yeah. I'm there with cameras and phones and recording all this stuff. We have all these
media
things. Badges. We have all these opportunities, and this guy couldn't.
So to answer that question, Rocky SV2s, the end, for the win, game over. That's like,
so when I was talking to the Lalo guys, I was blown away by how light their Rapid Assault boot was.
I wear those every day. I wear those to work every day. My Lola Rapid Assaults every day.
Yeah, and
I could run in them.
I had told the rep there, I said, we got a guy on our team who loves the Rocky SV2s, and he was like, I would put these up against those any day of the week and twice on Monday.
Well, let's send them. I've been wearing Rocky SV2s every day for the last 10 years.
Dude, I should just get Joe a pair for Christmas. I'm just going to get him
wearing the Rocky SV2s from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I wear out the soles on them. That's the bad thing.
You can see your socks through those things.
Right? Yeah, I wear out the soles, and then they become yard work shoes. And then when I start getting like grass and sand in my boot from underneath, then they go in the trash. But I've gone through, I think I'm on like my fourth or fifth pair.
Harry says, not Jason, you should walk around the hotel in the twilight hours with that mask. Honestly, it wouldn't be the weirdest thing out there.
No, it's Vegas.
Dude, I bet you if Jason wore the mask to SHOT Show, he would be just recognizable at Walsh. It's Jason. It's not Jason.
And someone was like, oh, that's Walsh. And then Jason was like, oh, you know the guy who wears the mask? He's like, yeah. He's like, that's me. He's like, no way.
But really, they thought you were Joe?
Yeah, they had no idea. Like, we don't know. The best part is they don't know who. I think a lot of people may be more angry with Joe than with me, but they have no idea who Joe is. So it just gets focused towards my face.
Oh, really? More people are angry with me?
Well,
probably.
That's good.
You're the mean one. I'm the nice one.
That's good.
So, Doc Dole says, I love that you guys are seeing the fruits of your labors and getting some love. Y'all have definitely earned it. Hey, I appreciate it, Doc Dole. I love that you've been on the channel for so long, too. And he always gives us awesome input, too.
Yeah. He's like our unofficial team doctor. Like when I call for a medic, Dr. Dole better show up.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be mad if I'm like medic and Dr. Dole don't show up.
Yeah. And it's like me. It's like no.
Joe, you're missing your leg. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm like shoving my boot in your wound.
I'll just take some ibuprofen. It'll be fine.
It's an Dr. Dole. It's okay.
Brownie says, OMG, I forgot about that dinner date with Blackhound Optics at Thin Line Defense Co. UWU?
I don't know.
What's UWU? Brownies, what's that acronym at the end?
No, it's like a face, I think. But,
is it?
But so Blackhound, there's some secret stuff. We didn't get to go see them. We probably
They're
should.
not here, are they?
I don't know if they are or not. I know there were some new optics they're going to be putting out. We got some secret sauce at the supplier
Intel
at the supplier showcase.
Yeah,
they're not just going to be doing entry level stuff. We didn't get to see this, but we heard the secret news. They didn't tell us this, so if we didn't get told not to say this, we didn't hear that. But they're actually going to have some budget and mid and high tier. So I'm really excited to see what they make, because there was definitely a Japanese glass company that was telling us some cool stuff.
Yeah. Because I still have that Blackhound.
Yeah, me too.
That's a good optic, man.
Yeah. So I have no issue with that. They have their red dot. I want to see that too. I think I know not Jason was talking to them not too long ago about trying to get a hold of their red dot.
And we were told that there was some change up with some of the leadership over there. So some of the people that we had contact with might not be over there anymore. Anyways, so hopefully
They're good people.
Yeah, they were super awesome. I think Rick is still there. Rick was on our live chat, I believe.
Yeah, he was the one who was with us. That's the main one we know. Sometimes we talk to like Michael and some other guys that were over there in some of our dealings with interacting with them. But Rick was the main guy we talked to. He's still there.
Did you? So one of the one person that recognized Walsh that really was awesome to me was a Criterion barrel guy.
That was the weirdest.
Yeah. So he was Walsh was taking pictures, and we asked everyone, hey, are you okay if we take some pictures? And they were all super cool about it. And then I started talking to the guy about our YouTube channel, and that's when he was like, I've seen him before. Anyways, Criterion barrel recognizing us was kind of cool.
Yeah, like talking to him, he's like, even Criterion, like, hey, we're looking to do this build. And, and talk about another guy who just totally awesome. He's like, yeah, we saw your stuff. What can we do to help you? Yeah. What can we do to help you put some stuff together?
Here's my card. Send me an email.
God.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy. I was like, we don't have anything in the books right now, but we'll keep you in mind if we start putting something together. And
we always have lowers laying around somewhere.
Yeah.
I think I got one or two of them laying around somewhere.
If I send someone a handguard, I'm sure someone could just piece something together. Like, the piece I needed.
Yeah. Yep. I had to get a tackle box. I think I sent y'all a picture. I got a whole tackle box, the one that like fold out and have like 5 different stories when they fold out, and I put all my AR parts in there.
So
you're good. You got it.
So Angry Sarge said, Solomon is great, but they are full of themselves. I was issued 6 pairs and I love them, but the rep was awesome.
And maybe the guy was just tired. Maybe it was getting toward the end of the day.
Sorry.
But it's hard when you go and you what's your first impression with a company? My first impression was pretty poor. Me really wanting to get more of those. It's almost zero. Like after
let's see here.
So
we got another question about Rockies.
What comment were you clicking on, Cody?
I was just gonna go with Zach's. What is the Oakley boots he was gonna talk about?
That's two. I don't think you can even buy those because Joe has like the remaining stock of these.
So boots. there's a new one, right? There's one of the old ones.
Holy crap.
There's one of them.
No, hold on, guys. I just want you to understand this. When Joe says he wears these boots, he doesn't wear anything else.
Right.
Like I'm skateboarding in these boots.
We would go out.
These ones here.
We'd put his jeans on, same boots from the duty day. Like it'd be the same ones. But that's fine. But I was like, well, we're TDY, so whatever. Like, nope, that's every day.
Yeah, these boots here, these are the ones that I run in my kit. These are the ones I still run in my kit with.
Jogging
and
shoes, duty boots.
These laces, it's funny because I got some SV2 issued to me, right?
Yeah.
Took them to the desert, and I wore through them, man. I destroyed the boots. We were in some grimy crap. Well, somebody Cody knew that was with him had left a pair of boots there, and they actually fit me. They're a little snug, but they fit me. So I snagged them, man. I snagged those boots and wore through those boots too. These are the laces from those boots. What was that dude's name? It started with an O.
Arnell.
It's your 550 cord. These are still the laces from those boots, man. I've kept them. I cut them off. I just snip the knot, take it all off, lace up the new pair of boots with them.
Those laces are from 2011.
Yeah. Yeah.
No big deal.
And he wore that dude wore those laces like that, like he didn't tie his boots,
Yeah,
so he
neither
wore
do
them
I.
just like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never tie the SB2s.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So
Yeah,
we're gonna work through.
But I will tell you, you'll wear through the soles. I don't know
No.
how much walking you do, but you will wear down the soles. But I like them because you can have dexterity with the bottom of your feet. You can feel stuff.
Yeah.
You're gonna love the rapid assault stand. I'll just get you a pair one of these days and just send it.
Look how worn they are, dude. Look how far I can push the
You
soles.
can pretty much pick stuff up with your toes in those shoes.
Yeah.
And military does 30% off for the
Lolos.
Yeah, for the Lalos.
So we're gonna have to blow through some of the comments just because we're running out of time. And there's, did you talk about Audi gear at all?
No.
That's the one that I.
Let's do Cody. Let's do the rest of the member comments. So since we only have 10 minutes left, we'll go through the member comments and then let Jason talk about Audi gear because they did some cool stuff and we have so many videos to put out that we talk forever.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Caleb was just commenting about how he thinks, as an outsider, it seems like companies get, when they get big contracts with the military or police, they get stuck up.
I'm going to say this from interacting with some of those companies. I have to agree.
Yep.
Some people would not give us.
I
the
said that a
time.
long time ago. Right when you get a government contract,
No, I won't name drop any, but there was a couple people that we weren't offering them a military contract, so we could go on.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh,
What's up?
Hey, what up?
What's up, Average?
I want to talk about body gear here in a little bit.
Well, I love Average Employed Gun Guy. He's always giving us some good engagement, so thanks, man. That's always awesome. He's always commenting and saying stuff and bumping up our engagement on the channel.
So Caleb said the red dot. Also, this is going back to Misfit's comment. He says, "Look at EOTech and their night vision and pistol dots."
That EOTech pistol dot. We didn't even spend time.
Oh, the Steiner. We got to play with all of them. So we went to Staccato and they had all the new ones. They had the Acro 2, they had the Steiner, all those new enclosed. The new Holostone, all those enclosed microdots. The Steiner is god awful.
Yeah.
The Acro 2
compared to the Holostone,
just doo doo. And I'm trying not to be impartial because I have the 509, but like the
I haven't shot any of those, and Walsh was like, "You go through and you run through them." Exact same. Like, I will say this: I didn't like the Holostone, but of the three, it's like the least worst.
And it is because even like the Steiner, it actually has the emitter at the top, so it's not so much of a problem, but it's pretty thick. So think of like just this big bar of your entire vision is just now blocked out, and you're like, that's not going to work. Like you just have this huge, like the further you get out too, the more it blocks. Yeah,
dude, I want a futuristic red dot already. One that doesn't. It's just like flat. It's just like flat, right? And it projects it up like a Halo gun. Like when are we gonna get that?
We got so much to cover. We gotta go fast.
Okay,
so go ahead.
So we were at this airsoft place, and they had a bunch of weapon lights. And so this weapon light I never saw before. I took it off, I pushed it, and I was like, "Oh, Walsh!" And I'm covering it with my hand. I go, "Bro, there's a weapon light on this gun. It's the worst thing ever. Here you go, check it out." And I hand it to him. It's a push button. You push the button to turn it on.
But the button you have to push in is so close to the handguard,
the trigger guard.
Yeah, to the trigger guard that the button itself can't be pressed. So you have to like jam your own fingernail in there and it's super long articulation too. So you're like jam your fingernail all the way down just to turn it on.
Okay, so then you have to do that again, and you're thinking, this is terrible. I'm going to turn it off. No, that's not what happens. It goes from on to strobe. and then you push the button again to turn it off. No. It's not on. It's not strobe. Now it's SOS.
It's great. I was like,
and then you push it and turns off.
Then it turns off, and there's no way to go anywhere other method. It cycles through all the modes. Oh, it was garbage. It was so bad.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we saw a lot of garbage stuff. Saw some fantastic stuff though.
Yeah, and so go ahead, Cody.
No, I was going to change the subject. Go ahead.
No, we're gonna let you.
I want to get back because there's some funny comments about Joe's boots. Harry said Joe swims with those too, and then Caleb's like, "Thank goodness we don't have the ability to smell live streams with those boots."
That's
Harry said, "I think I can smell them." And Brownie says, throw those boots on a power line, the proper way to decommission boots.
Nope. Nope. They still got some life left.
Oh my god!
And these aren't, believe it or not, these aren't my worst pair. My worst pair are up in the garage.
Joe's like, guys, should I get new boots? And they're just like all ripped up, and like, yes.
Yeah, we're like, yeah, and he goes, I think I'll keep these for another year.
Yeah. Those aren't my worst pair. My worst pair up in the garage. Those are still my running boots. My worst pair are my work boots for doing yard stuff.
All right.
Bourbon Operator says, what's going on, dudes? Great content.
Thanks, bud.
Appreciate it.
So
that's caught up, man.
Okay.
All right. Who do you want to hit on? We only got a couple minutes.
We only got a couple minutes. So we have a whole bunch. We're going to change the way our videos are done. So we're going to release just kind of what each supplier kind of has. And I know you guys like some of the commentary, but that's what we can use some of this live chat for to talk about it. So you're going to see a whole bunch of videos coming out. They're just going to be those actual individual things. But you can talk to us and ask questions in the comments or come on the live and ask questions. But one of the big ones I think Jason wants to hit on, we'll just do this one. Let's just do Audi Gear because I really love them. And one quick shout out I want to give is to TNVC. We ended up, I don't know if Joe knows this. We ended up getting a set of PVS 14s ordered. I ended up working it out so we can order a set of them. I did it through TNVC. They actually were, I had never interacted with them. I just heard they had good customer service. We went and saw them at SHOT Show. They were awesome. We're going to try and see them in the morning and get an interview from them. But probably some of the kindest people is like, oh, okay, you bought some? Like, okay, did you get this? Like, oh, yeah, I got that. Okay, did you get this? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, here you go. Okay, what about this? Like, oh, yeah, I got that. Okay, well, you may want to think about upgrading. Let me show you why. Here's some of the problems with, we're talking about J-arms and different mounts and stuff. So amazing group. On the ground level, people say TNVC is a great company to buy from. And I'm going to say right now, from my interaction, phenomenal and great people. So that was really cool. So sorry.
That's awesome.
No, that's good because Quarantine Catholic is on, and she was one that we were talking about. We actually were talking about her today. So we went over to Audi Gear, and
real quick. Sorry, Quarantine Catholic. Yes, I screwed up the time. I set it for 8:30, but I'm in Vegas, which is not 8:30. It's 10:30.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No. So anyway, so he showed us. I'm trying to think. He showed us a range bag. He showed us their helmet bag, which was really cool. And then they actually have a load-bearing plate carrier that was coming out. All super cool. Some really awesome designs that they have.
And Jason was surprised that I said that's probably going to be my number 1 or number 2 carrier. He was actually surprised that I said that to them. I was like,
I liked it. Walsh
it.
told him, I'm telling you, he was talking to the owner, and he was like, I'm telling you right now, if we get that plate carrier, it's probably going to be number 1 or number 2. And then we get back to the press room, and I go, were you just blowing smoke? Yeah, I really liked it, but I didn't think that Walsh would like it. He's like, no, and here's why. He's able to hit all the points that were great about it. So one of the things that I wanted to tell for the guys that really love Audi, I was telling them the thing that I didn't like about their low-vis plate carrier, and I'm going to have to change this a little bit in my video, the loops for the comms are huge. And I brought that up, and he was like, valid point, but here's why they're that long. They're that long so you can run whatever it is that you want, and then you cut it to whatever length you need it to wrap up your cords. Because why are we gonna give you a little tiny thing that you can't put your Camelback drinking hose through, or why are we gonna make it super big? Like this way you can just snip it, you wrap it for whatever you need, and you're off to the races. But they got some cool fabrics. They got some Aloha shirts that are coming out
with like little AR-15s in them. Oh, yeah, it was pretty cool.
Their fabrics are freaking awesome, and the guy just knew his stuff. Zach from Audi Gear was fantastic. The huge loops are for feathers and bling. You could totally run it that way. So I was telling the Audi Gear guys, Quarantine Catholic in our Discord was asking questions about.
So Quarantine Catholic, just know Jason pulled up the Discord chat and shared your actual loadout with the Audi Gear owner. I think it was the owner, and he was even like, this is pretty awesome, look at everything she has. So yeah, we shared your stuff just straight with the man.
But the point that we were trying to make is like, look, you have someone that goes out, wants to buy a low vis plate carrier that's made in the USA, and everyone points them to T-Rex Arms, and then they have a poor customer experience with T-Rex Arms. So then they reach out to us and we say, hey, Audi Gear makes some really cool designs. It's made in the USA, a fantastic plate carrier, and Quarantine Catholic goes and buys them. So we were showing off her pictures to the owner of Audi Gear just from our Discord chat. The guy was phenomenal. Zach, who took time to talk with us today, was really, 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 really nice to us. And I can't wait to do more with those guys in the future.
Who would have ever thought that from Quarantine Catholic's first comment that should be this ingrained into our channel? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's like, who are these guys with the mask?
What is this?
What
did I just stumbled into?
I'm scared of the two dum-dums.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's also like, and some of her setups are pretty awesome. Yeah. And big shout out to not only to the TLD team, but all the Discord team, all the subscribers, all the people helping her with the small pieces, the things that we all learned as we're trying to piece our stuff together. Of like, hey, should I get this? Like, no, because it doesn't work well. This is what works well, and
that's why the channel is so great. It's not us four, Yeah. Like Walsh makes great video. I just like shooting things oddly.
Who promised us something to destroy?
But honestly, the main meat and potato of the entire channel is the viewers and all the comments. Like, just read through the comments. One person will ask a question, and they'll get 10 better answers before we even get to that comment. Yeah. And then we get to the comment, and we're like, chewing on rocks. Like, we don't even give any help, right? And we don't even give any help, and they're like, thanks, guy, but this person already got me.
Yeah.
It's like,
hey, Joe, there is one you're gonna love. So we got asked about if we could take a set of plates. I don't want to share who it is or what it is yet. If we could get a set of plates and we could test them and destroy them. And what's funny is me and Jason looked at each other and we're like, you know what?
We got the perfect guy.
We got a guy. We got a guy who does exactly that.
Can we run it over with a truck?
And we actually sold your video. Like, we want to see what someone can do. It's like, listen, he started a video by unboxing it by just running it over with his truck. Like, there we go. So we're going to talk
what we want to see.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, we're going to be talking to them tomorrow.
Yeah. So it's good.
Nice.
The dude.
I don't think I've seen. Has the dude come and talked to us a bunch more before in the past?
I don't think so.
Oh. Yeah. So welcome, the dude. I don't know if you talked to us before. So yeah. If you haven't, we ignored it. Sorry.
Archangel 242 is another one I haven't seen before. But
well, thanks,
sorry,
dude.
guys. So
we tried.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we tried, the dude. That's why we started the Thursday live chat to begin with, and to connect with the viewers. So thank you very much. We appreciate that, and we're really trying.
So I will say, we were talking to some other YouTubers that are here at SHOT Show, some channels that are smaller than us, some that are a little bit bigger, and we told them about our interaction here. We've even talked about it with some of the companies, and they were like, that's brilliant that you do that. We have this video that's released on Sunday, and then we talked about it on Thursday. A lot of these companies, when we were telling them that we were doing that, were more than willing to say, yeah, hey, let us know. If you were to review one of our things, we'd love to have someone on and chat with you guys and answer questions that we're dum-dums about. We don't know the answer.
Yeah, like more big name people, like you, like, oh no, you guys are going to come on the Backyard channel, but they were like, yeah, we want to come on. They're like, okay.
The Backyard channel. The highest wizard we have is 21, and that's and that was self-promoted.
Hey, and so I was telling the ARFCOM guys, that was like, they were laughing about we're talking about our videos, and how we just start in the back, in our backyards. Like, hey, I started in just a room. I was like, guys, I green screened, recorded in my basement, and then used my backyard for the green screen. And they lost it. Yeah. They were like, that is hilarious. That's so brilliant. I was like, you got to do what you got to do, man.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. I want to say thanks to everybody. We're loving it out at SHOT Show. The reason we could be out here to show you this cool stuff is because of the community we have. I don't know what you're teasing us. I don't want to know. It's because of the community that we have behind us. People believe in us because we have the viewer base that's so good. And so big thanks to you. Thanks for coming out every week. Doc Dole, Misfit, Angry Sarge, Harry, whatever his new name. Yeah, Harry, we love you, all of you. If I missed your name, just know that I love you. You know who you are. If you've been a member of our channel, you've probably been a member for quite some time. And I thank you so much for the support you've given us for more than a year now. You are the ones that put us at SHOT Show. We have you to thank. And I love you for it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It was DM.
Thank you.
Jason Joe's just messing with random gear. All right. On that note, we will do more next week. There's going to be a ton more content from SHOT Show. I have to edit it, put it all together. You're going to have a million more questions. So know that next week is going to be a good opportunity for you guys to talk about gear. So write down all your questions, bring them in here. We'll talk about all of it. And I love you all.
All right. See you all next week.
Joe, Cody, we'll see you soon. I'll be home soon enough.
All right. Y'all take care. I'll see you later.
Bye to Jason tomorrow. We had such a good time.
Bye.
Don't touch